Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel English Literature. Today we are going to talk about Pakistani Bride and it is part 2 because we have already discussed in part 1 about the major aspects related to the novel, the primary aspects like character, storyline, plot, etc. And now we will look at the critical aspects that is related to this novel. Now the first theme that is revolving around this novel is freedom and partisan. Freedom and partisan in the respects of the country and freedom also in the respect of the characters, the female characters. The novel reflects the chaos and mayhem succeeding the 1947 independence. The religions that till then stayed together suddenly segregated, separated and put in boundaries. In this place there will be the Muslims and in that place there will be the Hindus. So that religious segregation, demarcation of people or demarcation of a geopolitical scenario on the basis of religion. All their links and roots are uprooted and they got trapped in the clutch of suspicion, mistrust, hatred, communal violence and bloodshed. If we read Trend to Pakistan by Khushwant Singh, then there you will find that there was a village and in that village there was peace and all the people from different religion they used to stay there side by side without their religious or cultural discrepancies. There is no enmity, there is no hatred and no the feelings of suspicion to one another. But with this partisan and freedom and the associated mayhem, how those political turmoil affected that peaceful village. And the people who used to live in peace and harmony started killing one another, started hurting one another. So this partisan theme is well acknowledged in this novel also. And now the Pakistani brides. There is two brides. One is Carol and the other is Jaitun. They are at the same time, though in a different way. Carol chose her destiny in her hand, but Jaitun did not have the freedom. Carol had the freedom to choose that she loved a person from the background of Pakistan society, but Jaitun's fate was determined by her father, Wasim. Now, but ultimately Jaitun tried her fate. She understood that she could not live in with that people, with her husband Saki, with that brute, and she fled. And in that point, Jaitun took the card of her own fate. But till then, Jaitun's fate was determined by her father, not the biological father, but Wasim, who rescued her from the slaughterhouse, who rescued her from the chaos in the train where everyone was killed by the Sikhs. And she was a little child who lost her parents in that bloodshed. But now Carol had chosen her own fate, and Carol also determined to go back to rectify it. But Jaitun had no such choice except she fled. But Carol, a child of the bright Californian sun and surf, could no more understand the beguiling twilight of wells and women's quarters than Jaitun could comprehend her independent life in America. They both don't understand each other because Carol and Jaitun are from two bipolar sides of the world. Though the two brides are culturally apart, at one point they met the convergent ways. In the instant their eyes met, the green and black of their shared of their vulnerabilities as women. So when their eyes met for the first time, there is a link between them. They are meant to be bride. They are women. Now, with very competent masterstroke, Sidhwa brought two Pakistani brides under the same sky and merged their fate in the same ink. Because ultimately Joytun was taken under the care of Carol. I love if there is any sequel of the Pakistani Bride, and in that sequel we will find how Carol's life and Jaitun's life proceed in the next phase of their future. And they both failed as a bride. Carol, an American by birth, came to Pakistan by marrying a soldier Farooq, but she could not adjust to his thoughts and ways as well as backwardness of the country. So, after a tremendous tug of war, she decided to go back to her homeland. And Joytun also is a failed bride. She reasoned with her father, but Abba, I am not of the hills, I am not of your tribe, I am not even yours. That is the point Joytun mentioned here, that I am not even yours. My father and mother are dead. So how can I adjust? How can I cope with the people that you choose for me? That is Joytun's point. But Qasim is a stubborn person and he will not listen to anyone. Abba, take me back. I look after you always. But Qasim was stubborn. For him, his promise was more vital than Jaitun's life. I have given my word, and on it depends on my honor. Depends my honor. It is dearer to me than life. If you besmirch it, I'll kill you with my bare hand. And he also tried to strangulate Jaitun when Jaitun did not want to marry. So for Qasim, his word is more important than Jaitun's life, because Jaitun is a female. Jaitun is a girl, and a girl is just a chattel of a male caretaker. So there is no significance, no individual importance of a woman in that context. In his, according to him, according to most the male caretakers of the society. Now Joytun was left with nothing to solace or soothe. Even he groped for her and her hand closed around her throat, and that scene is very pathetic. Finally she had to give up, surrender her life at this catastrophic fate. And when when Wasim is leaving Joytun at the care of her husband Saki and going away, and Joytun is running behind him pleading, Father, Abba, please take me, don't leave me. And that scene will just bring tears in your eyes. Anyway, now we'll discuss the story under the limelight of feministic approach. Carol herself discovered the thread. Okay, there is a beautiful line I want to take your notice. The girl had no more control over her destiny than a caged animal. Perhaps neither had she. This is enough to comprehend the reality of women in this society. Now, though set against the backdrop of partition, Siddha's The Pakistani Bride is more of a kaleidoscope of women's condition in society, irrespective of social hierarchy. Irrespective of social hierarchy, what does it mean? Jaitun and Carol are from two different social status. Carol is from a high class society and Jaitun is just from a common people. But their condition is same. They are the same caged bird. In a patriarchal society, women are just merely playthings at the hand of males. They are designated and destined for unconditional subjugation. From their childhood, a girl is taught to be a perfect bride, except for their use in society. And in the family, they have no role, no validation. They are born to get married and they are trained to be useful for males. Marriages were the high points in the life of the women. As Joytun started menstruating, she was stopped from school and started learning cooking, sewing, shopping and keeping the room tidy. Miriam even took her to the neighbors. Entering their dwellings was like stepping into a gigantic womb, the fecund, fetid world of mothers and babies. So Miriam started training her like a bride, as a bride, would-be bride. So Joytun or Carol, they all are meant to be the would-be bride. There is Siddha's point. Women are for housemaking. There is no need for education, and the for most shocking part of it is that most women accept that as normative, as Miriam did. Miriam was scandalized when she found Joytun schooling. A girl for schooling, what is the utility of it? A girl is for housing, for taking care of the males, and for giving birth to child. So, again, Farooq was tremendously possessive and suppressive, that gradually making Carol sick. He always suppressed her free will and movement. Even her laughter. A woman should not laugh loudly. A woman should not express herself so loudly. A woman should not stretch her limbs so violently or frequently. A woman should be composed, calm, humble, docile. All these words are associated, tilled with a woman. And a woman is meant to be just like invisible. And to hell with your madness, your sadistic, possessive, screwed up love. So Carol is disgusted with love of Farooq. That is sadistic, possessive, screwed up love. And if in love there is no freedom, it is not love. It is just like the tendency, that possessiveness to keep control over our chattel, our material. It is just like a furniture of a room that I like too much, and I don't want to get it hard, I don't want to get it unpolished, or it will just be like a furniture in my room, a piece. But the furniture had nothing to do, but a woman has so many things to do. Now, even sometimes women are degraded to mere bundles of flesh for the pleasure of the male. They are not recognized as human entities, but just a craving mass of flesh. It is like being compelled to fast at a banquet. The severe yet naked reality of this society. Women's condition never changed, independence or no independence, partisan or no partisan. So freedom has no effect on the condition of women in our society. Carol, a highly educated lady, and Joytun, an illiterate girl, share the same fate, being a woman. Bapsi Siddhas smartly covered together assorted themes in super sublimity and intricacy. Assorted themes, they will find the theme of partisan, they will find the theme of religious disintegration, and they will find the theme of women suppression, women condition, and so many things are just skillfully mingled, merged together to frame and weave this beautiful novel. The verdant beauty of the mountain is marked with orthodox harshness and cruelty, whereas civilized men are streaked with hypocritical gallantry. This is beautiful. The multi-colonization of women. What does it mean by multi-colonialization of women? Women are colonized from various ways. Women are colonized by society. Women are colonized by state. Women are colonized by patriarchy. So this is multi-colonialization of women in our society. And it is affirmed by her sharp and brave pen in The Pakistani Bride, which demands constructive applause and approach. Okay, so today with these critical thoughts, we finish Bapsi Siddha's Pakistani Bride. Okay. Thank you. Later we will talk about Bapsi Siddha's another novel, that is, oh my god, Ice Candy Man. Yeah, that novel is also set up against the backdrop of partisan. Thank you.